Raccoon hyphen 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 Formers. What does that spell? Raccoon-Formers, yeah! Raccoon-Formers, the YouTube channel for all of your Transformer needs. Hello everyone, Raccoon-Formers here, and Happy New Year's Eve to you all. Today I'll be taking a look at the Transformers Generation 1 2023 wall calendar. As you'll know, throughout the year of 2023, on the first of each month, I reviewed each page for a Transformers themed calendar, just like how I did in 2022. And now, since the series is over, I will be combining all the footage from each of the 12 videos into one video so you can enjoy everything I had to say about this calendar in the 12 videos all at once. I did this with the calendar series I put together last year. It seemed to work out pretty good, so I decided to do that exact same thing with this calendar review series. So without further ado, let's get things started by taking a look at all the details on the cover of the calendar. We have a red banner up top with an Autobot insignia and the signature Transformers More Than Meets the Eye logo. We have 2023 calendar. We have an awesome looking backdrop of Cybertron, it looks like. We have a few different characters up here. We have Megatron, Soundwave, Starscream, Shockwave, and Barricade. Not sure why there aren't any Autobots, but I guess that's not that big a deal. We also have this little circular print that says poster included, which I'll be taking a look at the very end of this video, just like how I did with my full calendar review from last year. So make sure to stay tuned, y'all. Anyway, y'all, that's pretty much all I have to say about the front of this calendar. Let's go ahead and crack it open to take a look at January's page. Looks like for January's page, we have a picture of the Bumblemeister, a new character right off the bat. Because for January's page of the last calendar, we got Megatron. And this page is awesome. It has so many cool details. Way more details than any of the pages from the other calendar had. So let's not waste any time and let's dive right in. Bumblebee is in a super duper cool looking pose. It looks like he's lunging at you, getting ready to attack a Decepticon or something. Down here, we have a little banner that shows Bumblebee's name and an Autobot insignia, and the backdrop is him in a city, which is really cool, because the backdrops from all the other pages were just plain colors. Purple for the Decepticons and red for the Autobots, which was cool, I guess, because it matched the insignia colors, but this is creative. It looks so cool. Turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have a little January logo. Nothing too special, nothing too Transformers-like, but it does let us know what month this page is for, and that's all that really matters. It looks pretty decent. The backdrop is decked out in a cool shade of blue with a little clock-like shape right up here next to the January logo. I'm not exactly sure if that is a clock. It could be like a sonar or something, but it definitely looks cool. And then over here, we have two miniature calendars, just like the other calendar had. We have the previous month, December of 2022, and the next month, February of 2023. And right below all of that, we have the dates, 1 through 31. It's nice that this page has an accurate amount of dates, because otherwise this would be an inaccurate calendar, and I don't think anyone would want that, because if a calendar has inaccurate amount of dates, it will get everyone mixed up, and I don't think anyone would want that either. So, it's nice. And then right down here in the corner, we have an awesome looking picture of Bumblebee in his car mode. That totally makes up for there being nothing behind the dates, which is something cool that the other calendar did. The Autobot pages had an Autobot insignia behind the dates, and the Decepticon pages had a Decepticon insignia behind the dates. It's a shame that they didn't carry that over to here, because that's one thing I did like about that other calendar, but this picture of Bumblebee in his car mode totally makes up for that. It really does. But going back to all the dates, we also have all the holidays on the exact day that they occur in real life. We have New Year's Day and Kwanzaa ending on January 1st. It's nice that they put New Year's Day on here, because as you remember from the previous calendar, they did not put New Year's Eve on there for December's page. December 31st was completely blank. I still don't know why that's the case. Hopefully that's not the case with this calendar, but we'll have to wait until I take a look at December's page to find that out for sure. We have full moon on January 6th, last quarter on January 15th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day on January 16th, new moon on January 21st, and first quarter on January 28th. That page was definitely awesome, and it was an awesome way to start out this brand new calendar. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at February's page.
Looks like for February's page, we have a picture of...
Are puddles supposed to do that?
Grimlock. Which means another difference between this calendar and the last one has been discovered. The last calendar alternated between an Autobot and a Decepticon, sort of like a boy-girl like pattern. And this time, they're just showing a bunch of Autobots, and I assume they'll show Decepticons eventually, but it's nice to have a little change of scenery, you know? Now it's more of a guessing game, and I dig that. Let's take a look at some of this page's phenomenal details. The picture of Grimlock here is of him in his T-Rex mode, which is kind of cool, because the two pictures of Grimlock from the last calendar had him in his robot mode. His robot mode is definitely cool as well, but showing him in his T-Rex mode is definitely cool, and I dig that. This calendar is truly phenomenal. And the background shows Grimlock in a junkyard, it looks like, which is so cool. I love these individual backgrounds that aren't just plain colors. That's something that the other calendar really could have done, but didn't, so I really appreciate that change for this calendar. And then down near the bottom, there's a little banner that shows an Autobot insignia and Grimlock's name. It would have been nice if they put like a Dinobot insignia or something if there is one. That's the one thing I would have changed here, but it's alright. It really is. Turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have an awesome looking February logo decked out in blue, it looks like.
I told you! It's sky blue.
Oh, sorry Blades. I didn't know. My mistake. And behind that is an awesome looking brownish red color. And there's that sonar-like texture that we saw for January's page again. I'm still unsure why that's there, but it definitely does look cool in my opinion. And then right beside that, we have two miniature calendars. We have the previous month, January of 2023, and the next month, March of 2023. Right below all of that, we have the dates, 1 through 28, because this year, just like last year, isn't leap year. Next year, 2024, will be leap year, just in case you didn't know that.
I really am happy that this page has the accurate amount of dates for February, because otherwise this page wouldn't be all that helpful, because the dates wouldn't be accurate. So I'm really happy that it's accurate. I'm always a sucker for accurateness.
One thing I don't like is how there isn't a picture of Grimlock down in the date area. For January's page, there was a picture of Bumblebee in his car mode down in the dates area. So they could have done that same thing for Grimlock. Maybe they could have put Grimlock in his robot mode down in the date area, because Grimlock is in his dino mode up top, and they put Bumblebee in his alt mode down in the dates area for January's page, so that would have been really nice to see, but that didn't happen, but still alright. But going back to all the dates, we have all the holidays in February on the exact day that they occur in real life. We have full moon on February 5th. We have last quarter on February 13th. We have good old Valentine's Day on February 14th. We have new moon and President's Day on February 20th. We have Ash Wednesday on February 22nd. And we have first quarter on February 27th.
February's page was dino-rific. It was definitely an awesome page, and I'm really excited to see what the next page has in store for us, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and take a look at March's page.
Looks like for March's page, we have a picture of...
Jack!
Wheeljack! I can't believe it, guys. We finally have a new character in this calendar that we didn't actually see in the previous calendar. Like, Wheeljack here could have easily been one of the characters that was in the final 6 pages of the last calendar, instead of them reusing the same 6 characters from the first 6 pages. There's nothing I can do to change that, so I'm not going to waste any more time complaining about that, but there's nothing really to complain about, because we now have this calendar with a new character in it. The details on Wheeljack look super cool. He's in a pose that looks like he's getting ready to lunge at ya. There's a lot of cool details on that headlight part of his foot. A lot of detail. It looks like he's on Cybertron with a space bridge behind him. I'm telling you, the backgrounds of this calendar are awesome. The backgrounds have so much detail, which is something that the previous calendar didn't have. So I'm definitely glad that this calendar has those detailed backgrounds, and this one is probably my favorite. The Cybertron scene looks so cool. Down below we have a little blue banner with Wheeljack's name and an Autobot insignia. It's actually more of a purplish, blackish blue. I guess it's still kind of blue, but it definitely is more purplish or blackish, but it's still cool. Turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have an awesome looking March logo letting you know what month of the year it is, which is definitely superb looking. And behind that, we have the sonar texture that we had for the previous 2 pages, which is definitely growing on me. It definitely looks super cool. And right beside that, we have 2 miniature calendars, folks. We have the previous month, February of 2023, and the next month, April of 2023. And right below all of that, we have the dates, 1 through 31. The accurate amount of dates in March, which is always superb. Because as I said before, if a calendar has an inaccurate amount of dates, people's plans will get messed up because there will be less or more dates than what's expected. So it's good that this calendar has the accurate amount of dates for each month, including March. Man, that's a mouthful. And we also have all the holidays in March on the exact day that they occur in real life. We have Purim beginning at sundown on March 6th.
And also on March 6th, there is a birthday for a very special someone.
We have full moon on March 7th. Daylight saving times begins on March 12th. Commonwealth Day for Canada begins on March 13th. Last year it was on Pi Day. It was on March 14th, but I'm pretty sure that holiday is meant to change. We have last quarter on March 15th. We have good old St. Patrick's Day on March 17th. We have vernal equinox, not Chevy equinox, on March 20th. We have new moon on March 21st. We have Ramadan on March 22nd. And we have first quarter on March 29th.
March's page was super cool, and it was really cool seeing a character that we didn't actually see in the 2022 calendar. Now, let's take a look at April's page.
Looks like for April's page, we have a picture of Optimus Prime. There's another thing that I can add to my list of things that are better about this calendar than the other one. In the other calendar, we had to wait until June's page to see Optimus Prime. Now, we only had to wait until April to see Optimus Prime. So that's definitely really cool, because Optimus Prime is my favorite, as you probably all know. And this picture of Optimus Prime looks super duper cool. It looks like he is in a position where he's getting ready to jump out and kick ya. It looks like he's like, hi-ya! He's just not at the hi-ya part yet, because his foot's still back now, you know. But yeah, this picture looks super cool and super duper menacing. I know Optimus Prime is a good guy, and good guys aren't really meant to be menacing, but Decepticons, beware. The background looks like it shows him in Cybertron, it looks like. It looks different than the Cybertron background that we saw for March's page, but it looks like it's more of a night on Cybertron, it looks like. And it looks really cool. The green sky in the background looks really cool. Maybe it's supposed to be like a Cybertron sunset or something. I'm not exactly sure what that kind of is like, because I don't live on Cybertron, we live on Earth, but yeah, I don't know. But the backgrounds on this calendar look super duper cool, as I've stated many times already. And I will continue to state that with every other page of this calendar, because it's so very true. And then right down here, we have a little banner with Optimus Prime's name on the opposite side as some of the other ones were. Some of the other ones were over on this side, but now it's on this side, which is a good change of scenery, you know, because Optimus Prime is definitely awesome and deserves a change of scenery. And then turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have April's logo to let you know what month of the year it is, with that awesome looking sonar effect behind it, which looks super cool, as always. And then over here we have 2 miniature calendars. We have the previous month, March of 2023, and the next month, May of 2023. And then right below all of that, we have the dates, 1 through 30, which is definitely an accurate amount of dates. And if you look above the dates, you'll see a picture of Starscream flying, which is a bit weird. Remember how back in January's page, which had Bumblebee, it had a little picture of Bumblebee down in the dates area? That's something I really wish that was on every page, like an alternate picture of that month's character down in the dates area to sort of decorate. Unfortunately, not every page had that, but it looks like this page does have that. But instead of having a picture of Optimus in his truck mode, we have a picture of Starscream for whatever reason. I guess Starscream is cool, but it would have been nice to have a picture of Optimus here. Maybe if there's a page that has Starscream on it, it will have a picture of Optimus Prime there. That would definitely be funny, but we'll just have to wait and see. But the picture of Starscream does look cool. It's just a bit weird that there's a picture of Starscream here on a page with Optimus Prime on it. But I don't know. It's just something I pointed out, that's all. But going back to all the dates, we have all the holidays in April on the exact day that they occur in real life. We have Palm Sunday on April 2nd. We have Passover beginning at sundown on April 5th. We have Full Moon on April 6th. We have Good Friday for the Western Union on April 7th. We have Easter for the Western Union on April 9th. We have Easter Monday for Canada on April 10th. Last quarter and Passover ends on April 13th. Holy Friday for Orthodox begins on April 14th. We have Easter for Orthodox on April 16th. We have Yom HaShoah beginning at sundown on April 17th. We have New Moon on April 20th. We have Eid al-Fitr on April 21st. And we have First Quarter on April 27th.
April's page was super cool, and it was awesome seeing Optimus Prime, because as you all know, Optimus Prime is the GOAT, my all-time favorite character in Transformers. So it was awesome to see him in this calendar. Let's go ahead and take a look-see at May's page.
Looks like for May's page, we have a picture of Shockwave. Not only is this our first Decepticon into this calendar, but it's also a new character that we didn't actually see for the original calendar, so it's a double win-win. The picture of Shockwave looks super duper cool. Looks like it shows him in a city setting. And the picture of him has a lot of cool details with his signature arm cannon pointing at you. Awesome looking yellow eye, which Shockwave is known for having, and a lot of just simple details, and I love them all. Down in the corner, we have a little banner with Shockwave's name that's purple, which makes sense considering Shockwave is purple, so it's an accurate color scheme. And for that, I'm happy. Turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have an awesome looking May logo that looks super cool with that awesome looking sonar effect behind it. Not much Transformer-like details for the May logo, but it's totally alright because there is a May logo and that's all that really is necessary. And right beside that, we have two miniature calendars. We have the previous month, April of 2023, and the next month, June of 2023. And right below all of that, we have the dates, 1 through 31, the accurate amount of dates. I am happy. And we also have all the holidays in May on the exact day that they occur in real life. We have Full Moon on May 5th. We have Last Quarter on May 12th. We have Mother's Day on May 14th. We have New Moon on May 19th. We have Armed Forces Day on May 20th. We have Victoria Day for Canada on May 22nd. We have First Quarter on May 27th. And we have Memorial Day on May 29th.
Overall, I'd say May's page is pretty decent. It was definitely very nice getting to see a Decepticon in this calendar after seeing an Autobot in the previous 4 pages. I know an Autobot is my favorite character, Optimus Prime is my favorite character, but Decepticons are cool too, and it was pretty nice to see a Decepticon in this calendar. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at June's page.
Unfortunately, y'all, June's page is not a new character. It is our first duplicate. It's another picture of Optimus Prime. But hey man, I'm not complaining. Optimus Prime is the greatest. So I'm definitely okay seeing him again in this calendar. It would have been nice to get a new character, but I'm definitely not complaining because there's nothing I can really do about it. And hey, it's Optimus Prime, so I'm way happy to see him again. The picture of Optimus Prime from April's page was definitely super cool, and it looked like he was getting ready to lunge at you in a jumping position. But with this page, it looks like he's just charging right at you. And check out that background. It looks like he's in an explosion scene. And you can also see other characters in the background. Like right over here, you can see a part of Bumblebee and Ratchet up in there in the corner. On the other side, we have Windblade and part of Wheeljack. His head is cut off just like Bumblebee's. It's really cool getting to see all those cool characters in the background, and this is hands down the best background out of any that I've seen in this calendar so far. So it definitely makes up for the fact that this is a reuse of a character instead of having a new character in here. But also we have another difference here. We don't actually have a little banner in the corner that has the character's name. That's something that most of the other pages have had, but that isn't the case with this one. Again, I'm not complaining because the picture and the background looks absolutely awesome,
but it's just something I wanted to point out for y'all. Turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have a phenomenal looking June logo with that awesome sonar effect behind it. It looks awesome as always. And right beside that, we have two miniature calendars. We have the previous month, May of 2023, and the next month, July of 2023. And right below all that, we have the dates, 1 through 30. Thankfully, the accurate amount of dates for June. Otherwise, it'd be very confusing.
So I'm definitely very happy that we have the accurate amount of dates here.
And we also have all the holidays from June on the exact day that they occur in real life. We have full moon on June 4th, last quarter on June 10th, Flag Day on June 14th, new moon and Father's Day on June 18th. We have Juneteenth on June 19th. Man, say that 10 times fast. That's a tongue twister. We have the Summer Solstice and National Indigenous People Day for Canada on June 21st. We have First Quarter on June 26th. And we have Eid al-Adha on June 28th.
Bro, June's page was awesome. It would have been nice if we got a new character to make it sort of like a guessing game. But out of all the characters in Transformers history, the one I honestly would want to be repeated is Optimus Prime, because he is technically the face of Transformers, so I'm okay with it. This page was awesome, and that background was sick. Anyway, gang, let's go ahead and take a look at July's page. Looks like for July's page, we have a picture of... Starscream. Let's take a look at some of this page's details. Starscream's design looks super cool. It looks pretty accurate to G1, and it looks menacing, which is good because Starscream is meant to look menacing. Look at those null rays on his shoulders. Super detailed there. And the background looks awesome. It looks like he's in a city. You can see a big skyscraper in the background with a little driving tunnel underneath it. Another skyscraper behind Starscream. A little bit of graffiti on the side of the road. A little street sign. A central city banner. More skyscrapers in the background. Overall, a pretty good background. But my personal favorite is this. Look at the graffiti. Do you see what was graffitied there? A Decepticon insignia.
Now that's cool.
Down below on the road, we have a little banner with Starscream's name along with the Decepticon insignia right beside it, which is cool. And turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have the July logo with that awesome sonar effect behind it. And right beside that, as usual, we have two miniature calendars. We have the previous month, June of 2023, and the next month, August of 2023. And right below all that, we have the dates, 1 through 31, which is definitely the accurate amount of dates for July, which is totally awesome. And also, we have a little picture of Starscream in his jet mode. Just like the picture of Starscream in his jet mode that we got in the date section of April's page, which had Optimus Prime. But since April's page had a miniature picture of Starscream rather than a miniature picture of Optimus Prime, I honestly feel like they could have put a miniature picture of Optimus Prime here on July's page to sort of fully sell the switcheroo. That's what I would have done, but it's definitely alright, because the little picture of Starscream in his jet mode looks super cool in my opinion. But going back to all the dates, we also have all of the holidays in July on the exact day that they occur in real life. We have Canada Day on July 1st, full moon on July 3rd, Independence Day, aka the 4th of July on, well, July 4th. We have last quarter on July 10th, new moon on July 17th, and we have first quarter on July 25th. Overall, July's page was pretty good in my opinion. It's always a treat seeing Starscream, even if he is one of the most annoying Transformers of all time. He still is awesome, and the background for this page was also pretty awesome. Overall, I'd say this page was pretty good, like I said. Let's go ahead and take a look at August's page. Looks like for August page, gang, we have a picture of Windblade. Another new character that was not in the last calendar, and that's definitely awesome. The picture of Windblade looks super detailed, and it looks like she's in a position where she's getting ready to pull out her sword to attack, which looks super cool. And that background looks super cool as well. It kind of looks like she's in a construction site or something. I cannot express how much I love the calendar backgrounds that I've been seeing with these pages. There's so much stuff with the background. There's the scaffolding, a super detailed looking sky, these pipe looking bits, a nice looking fence with a do not enter sign on it, a nice looking street that Windblade is standing on. It's all so cool. And then right below the picture, there's a little banner with Windblade's Kid's name on it. Nothing too special, but it's nice that there's something to let us know who this character is. And then turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have an awesome looking August logo, and that A looks very interesting. I'm really fond of that font. It looks really cool. And behind that, we have the sonar effect, like usual, looking awesome as ever. And I just noticed something. The sonar effect also kind of crossed over into the picture itself. And after I just noticed that now, I went back to look if that was the case with the other pages, and I noticed that that was the case. I didn't notice that before, but now I did. And it's an interesting find because it looks super cool how the sonar effect crosses over. And then right over here, we have two miniature calendars. We have the previous month, July of 2023, and the next month, September of 2023. And then right below all that, we have the dates, 1 through 31. Once again, the accurate amount of dates for August, which is super cool. And then right down here, we have a little picture of Windblade in her jet mode, like we've seen for some of the other calendar pages. I honestly wish that happened with every page, but so far that really only happened with a few. But it's nice that they included that with this one. But going back to all the dates, we have all the holidays for August on the exact day that they occur in real life. Let's hope that they included more holidays and not just the ones that have to do with the moon, like what happened with the last calendar. We have full moon on August 1st. We have last quarter on August 8th. We have new moon on August 16th. We have first quarter on August 24th. Huh? What's this? Full moon on August 31st? We already had a full moon on August 1st. Who knows why that holiday was put in there twice? Maybe it's because a full moon occurs on multiple days in a month, but none of the other months actually had full moon in there twice. So let me know in the comments if you know why this is the case, gang. As Major says, they once again only included the holidays that have to do with the moon. And when I noticed this, I went back to the calendar review that I made for August page from last year's calendar, and I noticed that there was a comment that actually mentioned a holiday that this August page and last August page actually forgot. The comment was from Raccoon Lover, love the name by the way, and they mentioned that on August 7th, there's the holiday Purple Heart Day, which definitely seems like an important holiday that they should have mentioned, because Purple Heart Day is basically when they celebrate people who earned a Purple Heart in the war. So that definitely should have been included on this calendar. It's a shame that they didn't improve that with this calendar over the last. But this page was still awesome, and it was super cool seeing a character that we didn't actually get to see in the previous calendar. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at September's page. Looks like for September's page, we have a picture of Barricade, another brand new character to be introduced into this calendar, and I am here for it. Picture of Barricade looks so cool. He has a Decepticon insignia on his chest. You can even see a little Decepticon insignia on his forehead. Cool looking eyes that are strangely yellow rather than red, which is the main color of Decepticon eyes. And he has these little cannons on his arms, and if you look inside of the cannons, it looks like the little things where the blasts would come out. It looks like they're the color of police car lights, which is a really cool detail, I think. And he has little shoulder pads that have the word police on it. He has wheels up there. All cool. And that background is phenomenal. Probably my favorite background out of this whole calendar. It looks like he's in the city of Cybertron. You can see a bunch of skyscrapers in the background. You can see a little guardrail, which makes me think he's on a balcony of some kind. You can see something that kind of looks like a metro train or something, or at least a metro train track. And you can see a space bridge, and I'm assuming that he dived out of the space bridge into that pose that you see him in, because it looks like the space bridge is open at the time. That really looks cool in my opinion. And right below the picture, we have a little banner with Barricade's name with a little Decepticon insignia. But what I think would have been really cool is if they put like police lights right on top of the banner, since Barricade is known for transforming into a police car. It definitely seems like a missed opportunity. It would have been nice if it's there, but the banner looks nice enough. Turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have an awesome looking September logo. Nothing too special, but it's nice to know what month of the year it is, and that logo helps. And right behind that, we have the awesome sonar effect, looking awesome as ever. And I can't believe that I never actually really liked the sonar effect to begin with. I remembered that I was uncertain of why it was there. I can't believe that. It's definitely grown on me. And then right over here, we have two miniature calendars. We have the previous month, August of 2023, and the next month, October of 2023. And right below all that, we have the dates, 1 through 30, the accurate amount of dates in September, and that is awesome. Unfortunately, there's no miniature picture of Barricade in his vehicle mode like some of the other pages have had, which is definitely unfortunate because it would have been nice to see a picture of him in his police car mode, because it's definitely, in my opinion, the most iconic Decepticon vehicle mode, but it's alright. The calendar page here is nice enough, so I can forgive it. But going back to all the dates, we have all the holidays in September on the exact day that they occur in real life. We have Labor Day on September 4th, we have Last Quarter on September 6th,
New Moon and Rosh Hashanah beginning at sundown all takes place on September 15th.
Rosh Hashanah ends on September 17th. First Quarter on September 22nd. Autumnal Equinox on September 23rd. Yom Kippur beginning at sundown on September 24th. And we have Full Moon on September 29th.
Overall, September's page was pretty good in my opinion. Barricade is one of the most underrated Transformers characters of all time in my opinion. So it was really cool getting to see him in this calendar, especially considering that he wasn't in the calendar from last year. Anyway, it's time to get spooky, because now it's time to take a look at October's page. Looks like for October's page, we have a picture of... Megatron. I'm surprised it took so long for this guy to actually make an appearance in this calendar, considering he's one of the main characters, with him being the leader of the Decepticons and all, but I'm not complaining. I'm just happy we're finally seeing him. The picture of Megatron looks pretty sweet in my opinion. Basically just looks like he's lunging at you, which looks super cool, and there's a lot of good detail here. He looks just like how he does in G1, and I'm always a sucker for accurateness. And that background he's in looks super cool as well. It looks like a destroyed city, almost like this picture of Megatron here was him in the aftermath of a city that he destroyed. I don't know. I really would like to know more about this. Maybe there should be a movie about this or something. That'd be cool. But that makes this background all the more amazing. Down below, we have a little banner with Megatron's name with a Decepticon insignia beside it, which looks super cool in my opinion. Turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have an awesome looking October logo with that phenomenal looking sonar effect behind it, looking super duper cool. Then right beside that, we have two miniature calendars. We have the previous month, September of 2023, and the next month, November of 2023. And right below all that, we have the dates, 1 through 31, which is the accurate amount of dates for October, which makes sense because Halloween falls on October 31st, and October 31st is listed in the dates section for this page, which is cool. And we also have a little picture of Megatron in his tank mode down here near the bottom, just like some of the other pages had, which is really cool. But going back to all the dates, we have all the holidays in October on the exact day that they occur in real life. We have Last Quarter on October 6th. We have Columbus Day, Indigenous People Day, and Thanksgiving for Canada on October 9th. Jeez Louise, that's a lot. We have New Moon on October 14th. We have First Quarter on October 22nd. We have Full Moon on October 28th. And we have everybody's favorite Halloween on October 31st. Overall, October's page was pretty good in my opinion. I'm definitely really happy that Megatron was the one to appear on October's page, because he definitely can be pretty spooky in some pieces of Transformers media, especially with how good Frank Welker voices him. So I feel like he was a perfect character to appear on October's page, I'm not gonna lie.
Considering that October is the start of the spooky season.
Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at November's page. Looks like for November's page, we have a picture of...
Soundwave. A character who I've been waiting to make an appearance in this calendar because he's one of my favorite Decepticons. The picture of Soundwave here looks pretty cool. It looks like he's in a pose where he's getting ready to attack his foe. He's like, "Come at me, bro." Looks pretty cool, and it's super accurate to G1, and I'm always a sucker for accurateness. That background looks super cool as well. It looks like he's on Cybertron, but it looks like it's nighttime or something because the sky looks pretty dark. But the sky is a pretty green in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie. Down below we have a little banner with Soundwave's name on it with a Decepticon insignia right beside it. Nothing too special, but I still really like those banners and I'm glad this page has one. Turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have an awesome looking November logo. I really am a fan of the yellow font on the blue background. It kind of matches Soundwave's colors and I really am digging that. And right behind the November logo, we have the awesome looking sonar effect, looking awesome as always. And right beside that, we have two miniature calendars. We have the previous month, October of 2023, and the next month, December of 2023. And right below all of that, we have the dates, 1 through 30, the accurate amount of dates for November, which is superb. Unfortunately, there is no little picture of Soundwave in his alt mode like some of the other pages have had. It definitely is a bummer because it kind of would have been cool to see a picture of him in his cassette deck mode, but unfortunately that did not happen. But it definitely would have been cool. And we also have all the holidays from November on the exact day that they occur in real life. We have last quarter and daylight saving time ends on November 5th. We have Election Day on November 7th. We have Veterans Day and Remembrance Day for Canada on November 11th. We have Diwali on November 12th. We have New Moon on November 13th. We have First Quarter on November 20th. We have Thanksgiving on November 23rd. And we have Full Moon on November 27th.
Overall, November's page was pretty good in my opinion. It was super cool seeing Soundwave since, like I said before, he is one of my favorite Decepticons. And I think this was a pretty good second to last page of this calendar. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the final page of this calendar, December's page. Fortunately, gang, the final page of this calendar is not a brand new character. It's another duplicate. But I guess it's okay, because the duplicate is another picture of Optimus Prime. And not just another picture of Optimus Prime, but another picture of Bumblebee as well. Here is December's page. It definitely is unfortunate that there isn't a brand new character on the final page of this calendar, but this page looks pretty sick, I am not gonna lie, and it's always a treat to see Optimus Prime. And it's an even bigger treat to see him with Bumblebee since they are the dynamic duo of Transformers. So if I'm being honest, I honestly don't think that it's all that big of a deal that they decided to not put a new character on the final page of this calendar, because I honestly feel like it was a good idea to end this calendar with the dynamic duo of Transformers since they are the faces of Transformers. So I'm not going to worry about that anymore. Let's discuss some of the many phenomenal things about this page. First up, the picture of Optimus and Bumblebee looks sick. It looks like they're standing in a position where it looks like they're staring down some foes. It looks like Optimus is getting ready to punch a foe. And they just look so cool. And that background is phenomenal as well. It looks like they're standing out in space. And I honestly think this might be my favorite background out of the whole calendar because it just looks so cool in my opinion. Just like with June's page, which was the other page of this calendar that had a duplicate, there isn't a banner with the character's name. But in my opinion, in the case of December's page, I really feel like there should have been a banner. They could have had a banner on both sides of the page. They could have had a banner for Optimus Prime's name on his side and a banner for Bumblebee's name on his side. And to be honest, they could have put a banner on June's page as well for Optimus Prime's name. It is a bit weird how they didn't put a banner of the character's name on the two pages of this calendar that were a duplicate, but I guess it's alright, and there's nothing I can really do about it. It's just something I wanted to point out. Turning our attention to the bottom of the calendar, we have an awesome-looking December logo with that awesome-looking sonar effect behind it. I'm definitely going to miss seeing that because it definitely has grown on me throughout this review. And I honestly really like the blue font that was used for December's logo. It looks really good with the red background, I'm not gonna lie. And right beside that, we have two miniature calendars. We have the previous month, November 2023, and the next month, January of 2024. And right below all that, we have the dates 1 through 31, the accurate amount of dates for December, which is superb. I'm glad that this calendar had the accurate amount of dates for each month. And unfortunately, there isn't a miniature picture of the characters in their alt mode for this page. But I guess that would kind of be hard with there being two characters on this page, so I understand that. But I really did like all the pages that had a miniature picture of the character in their alt mode, and it's definitely a bummer that that wasn't the case with every page. But going back to all the dates, we have all the holidays in December on the exact day that they occur in real life. Let's hope they remembered Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. We have last quarter on December 5th. We have Hanukkah beginning at sundown on December 7th. We have new moon on December 12th. Hanukkah ends on December 15th. We have first quarter on December 19th. We have winter solstice on December 22nd. We have everybody's favorite Christmas day on December 25th. And that's definitely a bummer. This calendar did not improve one of the biggest issues of last year's calendar. Once again, Christmas Eve was not put on here as a holiday. It really should have been. Christmas Eve is a holiday, and it's definitely a bummer that this calendar didn't improve that big issue from the last calendar. Anyway, we have Kwanzaa beginning and Boxing Day for Canada, all taking place on December 26th. And the final holiday of the Transformers Generation 1 2023 wall calendar is full moon on December 27th. Unfortunately, just like last year's calendar, the calendar completely left out the eves of December, Christmas Eve, and New Year's Eve. The only real idea I have on why this could have happened is maybe because December 24th and December 31st, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, were put into the same section on December's page instead of getting put in their own section of the calendar. That could be it, but it's just an idea I have. Let me know in the comments what you think. But it's still a teensy-weensy bit of a bummer that this calendar didn't improve this issue over the last. But it definitely is nice that I have a little bit of an idea on why Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve were left out of this calendar. But again, it's just an idea. Let me know in the comments if you know why Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve were left out of this calendar. I'd appreciate any input you got. Overall, December's page was pretty good in my opinion. And now I really do think this picture of Optimus and Bumblebee was a pretty perfect way to end this calendar. It still is a bummer that there wasn't a picture of a brand new character here, because I really did like the idea of having a different character on each page to make it somewhat like a guessing game. But Optimus and Bumblebee are the dynamic duo of Transformers and the faces of Transformers, so I really do think it was right to end this calendar with a picture of the two of them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at the poster that comes included with this calendar. Now that I'm done taking a look at the Transformers Generation 1 2023 wall calendar, it's time to take a look at the poster that comes included with this calendar. I've been hinting at it all throughout this review, and it's now time to take a look at it. Before, you only got to see it pixelized, and now it's time to see it in its full glory. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Taking a close look at this poster here for the very first time, I felt like this poster was kind of a disappointment compared to the poster for last year's calendar. The poster for last year's calendar was honestly pretty creative, because I don't think you'd ever find yourself seeing Optimus and Megatron standing back to back. This poster just has a picture of Bumblebee waving at you in the city, and it honestly would have been cool if there was multiple characters here and maybe they were in the middle of a battle or something. Because if you look at the poster here, it honestly looks like a very big battle took place. There's a lot of fire in the background, the Black Rock Boulevard street sign is somewhat falling off, and all of the traffic lights seem like they have a bunch of it missing. Like there's a bite taken out of them or something. It honestly would have been a whole lot better if this poster actually showed the battle that caused all this damage. It's definitely a bummer, but the poster here does look pretty cool as well, and it's always a treat seeing Bumblebee. But the funny thing is it honestly looks like Bumblebee is the one that caused all this damage, since he's the only character present on this poster. I doubt that's the case, because Bumblebee is an Autobot, and I don't think he would cause so much damage, but it's a funny thing to think about. Oh well, that's all I have to say about the poster. It's definitely A-okay. I still feel like the poster from last year's calendar is better than this, but it's definitely a good enough poster. Well, friends, this pretty much wraps up this video review. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to click that big red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a future video. Let me know in the comments which calendar page in here was your favorite, and let me know in the comments what you thought of this calendar as a whole. I'd appreciate any input you got, because this video and the series that it was based off of took a lot of time to make, and I'd appreciate hearing what you thought of this calendar and the review and series as a whole. And I'm just letting you know right here, I will not be reviewing another calendar next year. Maybe I'll do it in 2025. I just need a break from reviewing a calendar. I'm just letting you know so you don't get confused on why I'm not reviewing a calendar next year. I'll keep you posted if I decide to review one in 2025. I hope everyone has a good rest of their New Year's Eve and a great start to 2024. I'll catch you next time. Peace.